And what is going on, everyone? Melski Sharks here. And in case you guys are wondering, yes, this is not what's going to be known as a college football talk show, where we're going to be talking about all things college football. Now, this is just kind of a pre-show, so this is not going to be a very long show, but this is going to be kind of like an explanation video as to what is going to be happening with this show, how it's going to work, who's going to be on, what we're going to be talking about, etc., whatever. So basically, tomorrow, normally the shows will be on Wednesday nights, but I will be doing the first show tomorrow night for a couple reasons. I'm not going to get into them right now, but the first show will be tomorrow night at around 7 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock p.m. Central. So just be looking for that. But what we'll be talking about is the top 25 games and all SEC games and ACC and Big Ten games, etc. There will be a few people on with me. Jesse Bonham, aka Messi Jesse 2215, and Sebastian Black, aka Basketball. They will be joining me on the talk show. Like I said, we'll be talking about all things college football. Now, since it is week 1, we'll only have week 1 stuff to talk about. But next week, when we get into week 2, what we'll be doing is for the first 10-15 minutes, we'll talk about, say, what happened in week 1, how it shook up the rankings, etc., and then we'll dive into week 2's games. But for now, I thought I'd give you guys just a little bit of a brief overview of what you're going to be seeing. First thing I want to talk about is the 2019 SEC predictions. What do I think of the SEC predictions of this year, and how does the media view them? Well, I'll be honest with you. Last year was a good year for the SEC, obviously, until Clemson came in and won the SEC the national championship by beating Alabama. Alabama did go on to win the SEC championship last year and are obviously heavy favorites to do so again this year. Georgia are also heavy favorites to win the East, setting up another Alabama-Georgia SEC championship game. Some people have thought maybe Florida should be thrown into the mix. After what I saw last night from Miami, I don't know if I'd even put Florida in the mix at this point. I maybe would have them as a 3 or 4 place team in the East. I don't have them as the best, or even second best. Second best, I'd have maybe Kentucky. Maybe throw Kentucky in the mix. Kentucky has been showing a lot of promise lately. They're going to be really stout this year. So I'll be looking for them in the SEC East. Now, the SEC West, obviously, Alabama, clear-cut favorite. Unless another team comes along and changes my mind. Alabama's clear-cut favorite. Number 2, I'm probably going to have to go with LSU. It's pretty much a splitting hairs between LSU and Auburn. They were both really good last year. Number 4, Mississippi State's coming off of, they're having to rebuild a lot of stuff, and they also just got announced that they're cutting a lot of scholarships. So I'm going to have to say, I'd try to say Texas A&M before I say Mississippi State. Number 5, I'd have to say Mississippi State. 6, I'd have to say Ole Miss. 7, I'd have to say Arkansas. The reason I put Arkansas at the bottom is they were trash last year. Let's be honest. They're still trying to rebuild. It's a rebuilding thing. So, as you guys see, you have the 2019 SEC predictions. The media will predict the order of the finish in the league championship. The SEC projections, they have Georgia at 1, Florida at 2, Missouri at 3, South Carolina 4, Tennessee 5, Kentucky at 6, Vanderbilt at 7. I think they ranked Florida too high, especially what I saw against the game against Miami. I think they have Florida ranked a little too high. So I put them more as a 3 or a 4, maybe down here. I'd slide in Kentucky up to number 2, maybe Missouri 3, Florida 4, South Carolina 5, or Tennessee 5, one of the two. Vanderbilt, obviously, they got that one right. SEC West, Alabama, LSU, Texas A&M, Auburn. I think you could make a case that they could be a 3-team, maybe even a 2-team. Like I said, it's pretty close between LSU and Auburn for a 2 spot. Texas A&M, I put 4. State, Ole Miss, and Arkansas, they pretty much got it right. But the SEC championship would go to Alabama, Georgia number 2, LSU number 3, State. Even got a vote. Tennessee, Florida, South Carolina, and Auburn each got a vote. But again, guys, this is just kind of like a preview of what you'll be seeing in the talk show tomorrow night. the top 25 games and the SEC games, along with some other big name schools, will be the games we talk about and discuss. Jesse is starting his own pick'em thing, which he will be broadcasting that on the show tomorrow, so just kind of be on the lookout for that. And like I said, that's what you're going to be seeing. All these talk shows will be on YouTube. Every single talk show will be on YouTube, and we will be doing one for each week leading up into the national championship game. I think this will be a fun idea. I think this will be a great idea for fans to kind of interact and get some inside knowledge of who we think are the best in college football. And it's gonna be a fun year. So like I said, guys, that's kind of what I wanted to get on and explain to you guys. Hopefully you guys will tune in tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern for the first official talk show of the college football season. Again, this is Melski Sharks Gaming signing off for now. Hoping you guys have a great night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night.